Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the High Level Release Radar. Ryan, it's another Friday, and is it me, or were there like 100 releases that went out this week?
There were many releases. 100 is probably close to it. Yeah, it was a very, very busy week.
With the T4 backend type of stuff, like, the backend optimization and stuff, but there were just a ton of them this week, which is awesome because you should see, snappier app, faster things loading, all that kind of great stuff. Let me make sure we are streaming in all the places. As always, if you can see us and you can hear us, please say hello in the comments. We love to see your comments pop up. I don't see us streaming in Facebook yet, but sometimes it takes a second. And we'll give it one more try. And if not, we'll just share it in there later. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to share it into the group later. But let's open up our chat here. And we already got our first shout out of the day. All right. I love it. Cam, hello from Calgary. Hello to you. What is Calgary like this time of year? Is it cold and snowy, I would imagine?
Probably getting that winter wonderland, the polar vortex of rain and snow.
Oh, yeah. Ryan's been shivering up there in Southern California. Aiden checking in. Hello to you. Thanks for saying hey. And let me just.
I love how Mexico's point of view is up there in Southern California.
That's right. You are. You're up there. Oh man, they're just pouring in. Happy Friday from Spain. Happy Friday
what's
to
up,
you
Spain?
as well. Love it. All right, what do you say we hop into some releases?
Let's do it.
All right. First up, I believe Ryan has some videos for us. Two at once.
Oh yeah, try to direct your eyes.
The mobile app got an update. We've got all new contact enhancements. Last week we talked about the new UX, and since then they've already iterated on it.
Yes, so huge updates here. Obviously, there's a light and a dark mode, just kind of showing that off. We've got tags, which you can see right within the contact. You can add edit tags, add new tags. All the custom fields get displayed. There's a really cool quick actions button that sort of follows you around the app within the context of where you're at, and specific actions that you might want to take. Things like adding them to opportunities and doing things like that. So lots of really, really cool stuff here. Go check it out. You can view documents. There's a maps integration where if you tap on their address, it'll open up your maps to navigate to them. Great for service providers, etc. So really, really cool stuff. Love to see all the parity that they're bringing to the mobile app that previously only existed on the desktop.
Totally. It looks awesome. I love how fast the team iterated on that last update. The tags right there is really nice. If you go play with it, it just feels, the UX of it just feels great. And so again, this is just a preview of more to come that's going to roll out across the mobile app.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got some more shout outs here coming in from Brampton, Ontario. Brampton, that sounds cool. Thanks for checking in. Let's see what our next release of the week was.
Well, this is just going to be some static images of what you just saw, just in case you didn't catch it. So
more dark mode. I'm a light mode kind of guy. Dark mode hurts my eyes. I don't know why. All right, our next update from the week was WordPress got an update where you can now clear the cache for a single site. Pretty convenient. If you've ever done WordPress hosting, you know that that's a nice to have, and now it's in there.
Yep. Not much to say about that, but
not much else to say there. But WordPress got another update this week. You can now set up reminder and auto cancellation notifications. Running theme, just more and more access to like the default emails that go out of the system, all that kind of stuff. So it's all looking really good.
Yep.
Another big update for WordPress is the update to the LeadConnector plugin. So hopefully everybody knows we have a WordPress plugin. It's listed in the WordPress app store as LeadConnector. But Ryan, what's new in the 2.0 version?
So new 2.0 version, this has been live for, I think, a week now, but there's some more enhancements that just came. The big things to take away here are that you can integrate chat widgets, funnels, forms, email, right into the WordPress site. So you've got configuration. You see the tabs across there. We can do all those integrations. The updates this week were around phone numbers, so you can copy shortcodes right within the WordPress UI, and then directly put them inside your WordPress posts. So that makes sort of integrating WordPress posts and functionality within HighLevel really, really easy. And then there's also an SMTP configuration for emails. So if you've worked with SMTP servers, you know what that is. So we won't go into all the technical details there.
I love it. Some really nice updates.
Yeah.
If you have a WordPress site, go check it out. We got a question that came in from Aiden. For service providers, is route mapping being talked about? It's definitely being talked about, Aiden, but what we're doing first is we're actually rolling out a native integration with Jobber. So if you're working with clients that use Jobber for their route mapping, all of that will be natively integrated with HighLevel in the very near future. So stay tight, sit tight. That's going to roll out very soon, and I'm pretty pumped up on that one. Next update from the week. This might be my favorite one. The QR code builder got an update where you can now basically download. Well, first of all, you can get the QRs as SVGs, which is awesome. So super high quality. And you can now download them with as transparent PNGs. So you can get rid of the background if you don't want anything back there. You can add custom backgrounds if you want. But if you just want it clear so that you can put it wherever you want, you can now do that. Which was something that I think our team internally was really excited to see roll out as well.
Exactly.
Love it. If you haven't played with the QR code builder, go check it out. It's really cool. And there's all sorts of QRs that you can make. Like, did you know you can scan a QR code that opens up the text message app on your phone with a pre-written message? So there's all sorts of cool stuff you can do. Definitely worth playing with if you haven't so far. Yeah. Our next update of the week was for the workflow builder. You can now create appointment note actions. We have an action to create appointment notes. What's that mean, Ryan?
So a couple of things here. You can have obviously specific notes for the contacts, or I'm sorry, for the appointment. And that can get triggered now off of appointment status change triggers, whether the customer booked an appointment or not, and also inbound webhook triggers. So maybe something's happening somewhere else and you can trigger that to then update the note. And of course, notes can contain a lot of dynamic information, like custom fields, custom values, things of that nature. So it really helps to keep all of your notation right where you need it, so that when you're opening up an appointment, you see it. You don't have to go to the contact and reference the date. It's all really nicely organized, and you can do it in an automated way now.
Yep. Love it. And it shows up like in Gmail in the appointment, right? Like you can see, like I saw a screenshot of it ending up in the display in your Gmail calendar, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So very handy. I think that's an awesome update. Go check that out in the workflow builder. Next up, Chat Widget got an update. We have custom fields now available for the live chat channel. So this is sort of a parody update, right?
Yeah, this is really cool. So let's say you have something like an important piece of information that you want to collect in live chat, just right off the bat. You can use the custom field to then bring that into that sort of mini form submission that they have when they're starting the chat. That way you get all the basic information that you might need. You can customize it to your heart's content.
Love it.
Yeah.
Our next update, we got an update to documents and contracts. You can now upload multiple PDFs and then rearrange the pages.
Yeah. So a lot of times you might have different forms. They're in different PDFs, and you don't know or want to deal with how to combine them into one PDF. You can now upload them at the same time. These two different PDFs, they'll be combined into one document, and then of course you can rearrange the pages however you want. So pretty nice functionality there to add to the stack.
Yep, totally. Our next update comes to the company settings page. We've got a little more flexibility here.
Yeah, so this is mostly a UI enhancement to make all the navigation to the company object a lot more intuitive, and to kind of be at parity with this big design refresh that we're doing throughout the app to kind of tighten everything up. So love to see a lot of these corners getting rounded off.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm just trying to share our YouTube stream into the Facebook group so that everybody can figure out why we're not live over there. But our next update of the week, this one is awesome too. Have you played with this?
Yeah,
The media
yeah,
library is now in the mobile app, and the UX of it is fantastic.
yeah. You can, I mean, for the obvious thing is you can now look at your media library through the mobile app, which can be super helpful when you're doing like social media posting, which by the way, you can do within the mobile app now as well. But then you can also do some management things like moving things around, deleting things, stuff like that, as well as taking photos with your camera and adding them to the media library as well, cutting down a lot of unnecessary steps of having to
Totally.
download them and upload them through the web and that. So
Yeah, and you can, folder them up, and then you can access them from the desktop app later. So just a really well done update. Again, I'm just super pumped up on the current state of the mobile app and where it's going. This is
yeah,
one that we've been waiting for. That I know the team's been working on a while. So again, if you're not in the mobile app, what are you doing? Download LeadConnector or download the HighLevel app for $4.97 more a month. You could actually have your own version of it. But download it, log in, check it out, start playing with all this new stuff. It's really a game changer, and it's like the top correlate to success. Meaning, if you're white labeling HighLevel and you're selling it to your clients, them downloading and signing into the mobile app will reduce your churn rate statistically by like the biggest margin we've seen. So, if you're not in the mobile app, definitely check it out. We've got a couple of more check-ins here. Oh, I love this one. Kia ora. Kia ora to you as well, Heidi. It's always nice to see you. And we've got a question here from Antonia. When is the outbound appointment bot coming? Maybe never. I don't know. This one for me, ask yourself, would you want to receive a phone call from an AI agent trying to sell you something or book you on an appointment? Probably not. But we are working on outbound for scenarios where it makes sense. You've already booked an appointment and it's going to call you and just remind you, hey, you have an appointment tomorrow at 2 p.m. Does that still work for you? And scenarios like that. So that's what's being worked on right now as far as the outbound side of things. Our next update from the week. Phone system got an update. We have improved carrier suspensions appeal experience.
yes.
It's pretty cool that we do this.
Yeah, so we're kind of acting as the middleman here, and if you run into a situation where your account gets suspended, then we can, on your behalf, take this information and make an appeal to the carrier and say, actually, they're actually good people, and they didn't mean to do this, or there was some miscommunication, and we can help get that reversed. Per their decision. Of course, we don't have ultimate control, but we're trying to help the process, and I think that's what's important here.
They're good people. Phone system got another update. We have enhanced sub account phone setting configuration now.
Yeah, so when you're setting up sub accounts, there's now sort of a default for new accounts, so this would only work for new accounts. But you can update the settings there right in this new tab for account creation. So go check out all those options there. A lot of great things to kind of set up accounts as you're onboarding them moving forward.
Yeah, I love the updates that just streamline sort of client onboarding. That's one of the first things in HighLevel was just, oh my gosh, we can onboard clients so much faster with snapshots and all of that. And so this is one I would categorize in that bucket as well. Workflow's got another update this week. We now have a filter for terms and conditions, which is very handy.
So a lot of good feedback on this one. This came from the community where it's like we don't want things to happen if they haven't done something. But in this case, if they have accepted their terms and conditions, then we can go ahead and trigger a specific workflow. So it's kind of a way to make sure that those have been agreed to and that everybody's compliant.
Yep, love it. Betsy and the legal team love this one for sure. Just making sure we're all compliant out there, doing great marketing. Josh is checking in with a question. Is there a list of the churn killers with statistics for HighLevel? Great question. There is not. But I mean, we all know that the name of the game is getting a client to a quick win. And we're actually in the process of redoing the high level quick wins playbook. And so, we've been, it's become a little bit outdated now. And so you're going to see us, I believe next month, roll that out with sort of, hey, here are the quickest wins that you can deliver for a client. The quicker you can get them a win, the more likely that they are to stick. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be awesome. And another shout out here from Dave. How did you, sir? Hope everything is going well. All right, let's check out our next update from the week is another workflow addition. We have branching now to the find contact action.
Yeah.
This one makes total sense, right?
Yeah. So if you're looking for a contact within a workflow, maybe you found it, maybe you didn't, and you want to take different actions based on that outcome, that's what this allows you to do.
I think before, if it couldn't find the contact, it would just fail, right? But now you actually have the branch of okay, well, if it fails, do this, but if it's found, do this. So this one's great. I think it's just a nice little intuitive update there to that action. Calendar's got an update this week. We now have the booking widget available in French, Swedish, Finnish, and Norwegian.
Amazing. Or whatever amazing is
the
in those languages.
Continues. Yeah. So if you are in one of those markets and you've been waiting for the booking widget to come to your native language, this was your week. AI employee got an update. We now have the ability to bulk enable or disable, which is nice, right? We heard you loud and clear. Hey, I want it for everybody, or I don't want it for anybody, and it stinks to have to go one by one. Well, now you don't have to do that anymore.
Yep. That's about all there is to say there. That's at the agency level, in case you're looking for it.
Yep. Workflows got another update. We now have support for breadcrumbs. This is pretty cool. It took me a second to wrap my head around this one, but pretty powerful.
Very powerful. They actually said don't announce this, and I overrode their decision because I think this is what you're not seeing here. The big story is that there's a ton of back-end work that went into this. And the idea is that the breadcrumbs are really for our platform to be able to see where things should go. So instead of making people go to different places in the app manually, we can now link them to be like, hey, you haven't done this thing, you need to do this thing, click on the button, and it takes them to that place. And in some instances, maybe it would be just a modal that pops up with a very concise action that you can take to get you to the next step. So this really starts to it lays the groundwork for us to be able to have frictionless flows for doing specific things, whether you're setting up an e-com store or trying to launch a website. All those things can kind of get brought into one screen instead of having to have 10 of them open at once.
Yeah. So you can see in this example, if you click that link at the top right, it would take you into a workflow recipe, I believe, because it now can deep link into that. So opens up some things there. If you know what we're talking about, you probably know exactly what you want to do with that. And so yeah, now it's possible. Go check it out. We've got a couple of more shout outs coming in. Andrew checking in from Jamaica. Nice. We had somebody from Jamaica at the event last week, which was cool. Does the chat widget work with WhatsApp instead of SMS? It does. So WhatsApp is one of the channels that you can configure the chat widget for. If you haven't messed with that, go check it out for sure. And we've got Ambith checking in. Yes, you made it from Northern Ontario, Canada. That sounds chilly this time of year, I would imagine.
Yes.
As well. All right, our next update from the week, we have subscription settings. We've got failed payment retries. So this is another sort of well, that's nice that it does that.
So you can configure how many times you want to retry and then the time period that you want to retry them after. So if you want to wait a day or a few days, then you can, and then you can have multiple attempts, or maybe you only want to have two. So again, just more ways to configure it the way that you want to do business.
Love it. Next up, we've got media storage, common transcoding service integration. Ryan, what the heck is that?
So this is another sort of back-end update, but the TLDR on this is our new custom-built, super awesome, super efficient transcoding service. is kind of getting plugged into the media library. And what that really means for you is that things happen quicker when you upload videos and upload different types of media so that they can be displayed on the web, like on a website or within a funnel or what have you. So it just makes life a lot easier and a lot snappier. So you don't have to think about it. I think that's the easiest way I can explain it.
Love it. The website funnel builder got a nice update. The navigation menu element fixed like the text wrap on mobile. So if you've got a long menu item, it now wraps.
Bit of a bug
Not
fix,
much else
but
to say
wanted to
there.
highlight it anyway. If you've got long titles, it wraps now.
Yeah. Love it. And we now have added support of payment links for SaaS v2.
Yeah. So this gives you the ability to copy that payment link right from the SaaS configurator, which is what we're kind of zoomed in on here so you can see it. So yeah, nice quality of life update on that one.
Yeah, if you're using v2 and you're waiting for that, there it is. This one's great. So we now support multiple Facebook pages for sub accounts. This is one that I imagine had 1 million votes on the ideas board. People have been waiting for this one for a while.
Yeah. So you can connect multiple accounts and then have them sync the leads automatically. If you're running Facebook lead ads, stuff like that, chat conversations, you can chat with people across multiple pages.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. This is cool. So it's like not only connect multiple accounts, but all the stuff comes in as well. The chats, the reviews. It even rolled out for the mobile app at the same time, which is awesome. So if you've been waiting, like you work with, I don't know, a business that has 2 locations and they don't want to have to manage 2 different sub accounts, now you can do it all in one place. So I think
there was a question about this on the town hall, like what's the limit? And I don't think that we have an expressed limit. There was somebody who was managing over 150 Facebook pages for some franchises, and I think they should be able to do it. So,
interesting. Community's got an update. We now have email notification enhancements.
Yeah, so we added 14 new email preferences. So again, just adding more and more control over what emails get sent out, what they say. You can change the template for all of these different actions and like things that happen within communities. This is a massively upvoted item on the ideas board, and we heard you loud and clear. So we're continuing to march down this path of giving you as much control as humanly possible.
Yeah, I love it. Having all that control, being able to build your own email templates, that's huge. Next up, Voice AI got a whole new dashboard for agent reporting, and people are loving this one.
Really love to see this. Essentially, just being able to see some key KPIs and metrics on what Voice AI is doing. And then I don't know if I have this on the next slide or not, but there's also, it's on the next slide. We can now provide feedback. So you can listen to the call recording right within this dashboard of a specific call, and then provide feedback on like how it went. If it didn't go well, then you provide us the feedback. And we actually do use this feedback. It's not like a random bug reporter that we don't look at. So the team is constantly looking at the feedback and then tweaking our models to make sure that the prompts and everything are aligned.
Yeah, this is awesome. It looks great. Now that it's out, you're just going to see the report get more robust. But I think this is just awesome. If you're using Voice AI, which you should be, you now have a whole analytics dashboard to check out. Next up, we got an update for phone numbers, toll-free number verification for SMS.
So there's a couple of, this is more of like a compliance thing. There's more information that's needed now for 800 numbers. So that's just part of this flow now so that we can make sure that those toll-free numbers get verified correctly so they can send out their SMSs.
Yep. It's tightening up, folks. You're going to have to do it by the book, but it's better for everybody in the long run. It'll be wide open here. We got a couple of questions coming in from Courvoisier. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, but that is an awesome name. First time I've ever seen it. How do you get on V2? I check labs. I think you're talking about the configurator. I would just chat in with support, and they can help you out with that one. And then he's also loving the new dashboard. Can we add the widgets to the home screen? So I believe you're talking about custom dashboards. Now that this is out, I'm sure that it will make its way into the custom dashboards option. So just give the team a little bit of time to get that built out over there. We've got a shout out coming in from Six Figure Business Coaching down in sunny Virginia. All right. Sounds like you've turned the corner. Spring has sprung already down in Virginia. Next up, we had Conversation AI got an update. We've got that new stop bot action.
So this is kind of cool. So it detects when it's sort of in a goodbye situation, and you can configure what it says, assign it to a different person, tags, all that fun stuff. So kind of closing the loop on like a full conversation, and making those interactions way more natural.
Yeah, big important piece that people have been waiting on is the ability to just shut it down. And so we had the funnel doctor at the event last week, and he was just raving about how, you can now do this type of stuff. You can identify the different bots. You can turn them on and off with workflow actions. You can shut them down now. And so that was kind of like the full control pieces that we've been missing. And now they're there. So can't wait to see what everybody builds with those.
Oh, yeah.
App Marketplace got an update. We now have OAuth to integrate with third-party apps. Yeah. This is actually a pretty big
Very
one. Very
big. So just to paint like a basic picture, sort of the previous way to do it was to use API keys, and it's not the best way to do it, because if the API key gets in the wrong hands, or there's some security slip up, then they can get access to things. And so OAuth allows us to do that in a much more secured and controlled way, where you're sort of logging in with like a username and password instead, which in this case, and just the way it works, is more secure. So props to the team for getting this implemented to make all of our apps more secure across the app marketplace.
Absolutely. Next up, we have simplified offer management from the product page. This one looks really nice.
Yeah, so they redid the UI here, so you can see all of your offers in one place. You can create quick offers like on the fly. So a lot of great stuff here, including filtering, looking at offer types, etc.
We've got a shout out coming in from Andrew. Good morning from Sacramento, California. Much love to you, sir.
Stay dry.
Thanks for checking in. Stay dry. Our next update is a new playbook that rolled out this week, the automated swag store playbook. So if you didn't know, hopefully you know by now that HighLevel has ecom in the platform, and we rolled out an integration with Printful, which actually is a company, a print and ship on demand company that has a catalog of like thousands of items, shirts, hats, hoodies, all that kind of stuff. They even, Ryan, I don't know if you heard this, but they merged with Printify, which was like the other big name in the space. So now the catalogs are going to be just massive. And basically you can set up a HighLevel ecom store integrated with Printful so that it's automated. So your clients can literally sell all their swag and never have to actually print it, warehouse it, or ship it themselves. And so we just rolled out a whole playbook on how to do that, how to build and sell automated swag stores. Ryan's got a QR code up here if you want to check that out. It should be in your university. If you do a hard refresh, try logging in incognito if you don't see it. And yeah, we're doing a virtual workshop on this one next week as well. I love it. Have you ever used Printful, Ryan? I mean, we have it for our own swag store.
It's really nice. And Haplin, who put together this playbook, did a great job, and is actually in the process of going through a case study, like with a real business doing this. So really looking forward to seeing that.
Yep. Love it. Next update of the week, funnels and websites have faster font loading. Oh, I didn't see this one.
So this
95%
this
reduction.
is a buried one that I wanted to bring to light, but it doesn't look super impressive when you're looking at size, but when you look at time to load, 95% reduction in time to load, which is fast.
That's very fast. Wow. Great job, team. That's a huge update there. And then lastly, we had a couple of other backend updates, WordPress, SSL, webhook, and API enhancements. Social Planner has a video upload error handling enhancements and the chat widget status and detection enhancements. That one was for the prospecting tool, correct?
Yes, exactly.
It now does a better job of identifying whether or not the website has a chat widget. All right, it is time, that time of the week where we get to tease cool things that are coming up this week. Oh, Ryan, how apropos. He has lovingly curated update releases coming. That's right, it's Valentine's Day, Ryan. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope that you remembered.
Oh, yeah.
I actually did remember. I went out, got some flowers this morning, some chocolates. So hopefully you have a great Valentine's Day. Let's see what Ryan's put together for us. Coming soon, we have a new calendar slide out drawer. This one looks super cool.
So this is just within the calendar app, and I think this is actually going to be implemented in contacts as well. But just being able to see everything about an appointment and the people that are associated with it. Right here, I'm just kind of walking through our prototype. So it's a little bit of a rough screen grab here, but that's coming pretty soon here, Q1. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that is really nice to just be able to click an appointment, see everything about it without having to leave and come back. So great update there. I love the left drawer thing that's going on that'll be rolling out. And it looks like our next one is another awesome UI update that's right around the corner. Check this one out. The new Conversations UI.
Yeah. Looks really, really good. This is also a prototype, so it's not quite live yet, but slated for Q1. So we got another month here. And yeah, a lot of really, really nice fine tuning of how everything looks, how it's organized, and making it easier for you to access stuff that you do all the time. So yeah, really, really excited to see where this one's going to go.
Yeah, me too. I think it looks really nice. It's definitely time for a refresh on the Conversations screen, and I can't wait to see this one roll out. So we'll have a refreshed mobile. We've got the contacts refresh. We're going to update the desktop Conversations, and then I believe mobile Conversations will follow suit. So great job to the design team. This stuff is looking awesome. Can't wait to see this go live. And as you said, it's a Q1 item, so we should expect to see it roll out pretty soon. All right, that is it from this week's updates. Let me flip us back over here. And did I miss any shout outs? Oh, here we go. We've got some love for that new UI. We'll have to pass that over to the design team. And we got a question here from Bob. Can we get more domain registrars integrated to HighLevel besides GoDaddy and Cloudflare? Totally. I'm sure you're going to see more roll out. We had Google domains, and then they went and sold to Squarespace, which was just totally stupid and annoying. So I'd imagine that Squarespace will be added in the near future as well. But you know what I'm looking forward to? Speaking of things that are coming soon, hopefully you know that you can buy domains inside of HighLevel, but soon you'll be able to transfer existing domains into your HighLevel account. I cannot wait to consolidate all my domains over inside of my HighLevel account.
It's a much better experience.
That's going to be nice.
There's no sales pitches. There's no
exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this week. Can't wait to see you again next week. Until then, I hope everybody has a very happy Valentine's Day.
See you guys. Take care.